Singapore versus Malaysia. Anyway, let's load on into the Rift final game of the night. TNC Esports taking on TNC Predator. This is for the top of Group B heading out of day one. Some pings just to ring in your ear.
Wow, actually moving together as a 5-man unit. TNC are looking for a play here.
All right, TNC, what are you actually doing here? Because look at this. The Scion actually didn't actually walk up in toward the lane.
No vision.
Oh, no, come on. Do something cheesy. I'm ready.
Oh.
Zay?
Wait, he's not moving.
Oh, he's
oh
no!
Goodness.
He was looking the other way, and now he's just gonna get knocked up. Flashes on him.
Oh,
no!
Wait.
Oh, Akaros. No, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. But they trade a flash for a flash.
Well, so top lane apparently is now even.
Top lane is even. Exactly. There we go. And that's why, kids, you watch your screen. You don't look other places on the map early on in the game. I like that TNC at least tried to do something there.
That's true. That's true. Keep your eyes on the screen when you're playing some League of Legends. Stop alt-tabbing. All right, let's take a look at this again.
He's like, you know what? This pit. Oh, I'm going to laugh. He's laughing at this point. Just take a little break there. And then he's, oh, wait a sec. There's someone here. Gets knocked up there. Unfortunately, they weren't able to change CC properly. They should have actually hit an auto before they actually popped the bubble. But this will. Oh, did he steal it? He got the knock up at least. Versus is going to go ahead and secure that for themselves. That's a hail of blades, Sejuani.
Holy cow.
Okay.
Right.
I'm game. Let's see. I want to see how this goes. I guess it like makes your trades a lot better. You'll be able to get your stack up. But it feels like you'd rather have, you know, one of the Guardian runes or something.
J4's here now.
Okay, J4 is also here.
And the Watch Hail Blades.
We're going to use it, but you get knocked up, and sure, maybe. Oh, okay. Okay, burst. I'm convinced. It gets the flash out only because the Riven came down, though. There's a little asterisk right there. It worked with help. I guess, yeah, it was able to weave in the auto attacks pretty good there and then get the stun. It works.
That's true. I mean, after we started to see some micro nerfs coming into their Aftershock every once in a while, you might want to start considering, you know, what can I do to take something else so that I don't have to rely purely on Aftershock. And Hero Blades might be the answer when it comes to Sejuani here. Kind of worked out against the Jaren, forces the flash. We do know that he has the rip buff. So that means that they are able to jungle in a different manner. It's surprising to me that Sejuani opts to not go for her own red buff here.
Yeah, instead it's going to be a double red buff pickup for the Jarvan and likely a double blue buff pickup for Burst. So a bit of a little weird path into start our game off. Nice way. Welcome to LST. You never know what you're going to do. Actually, Burst went for an invade here. Trying to answer, I guess, on the side of 182. Taking some of Sejuani's jungle. Now going to back off there. Should be able to go ahead. Or pinging up. Burst is going to try and go for the red buff. Oh, 1-8 doesn't have any mana, so I think the Sejuani would win in that trade. Pings are coming out. They know something's up. They saw him clearing it from the minions walking by. Oh, no. Oh, 1-8. No, the Krugs stopped the back. Krugs, they're working for MME. He's going to have to execute to the tower.
Oh.
At least he gets the execute. Doesn't give gold over to the Riven.
If only Riven had flash.
If only you had flash. Oh. That was a weird one. It's a weird start to our last game tonight. I know, you're having trouble right now. You're like, oh,
this is.
What am I watching?
You know what? I've been, honestly, so a little bit of a history has been.
Oh, no! Oh, okay. Akaros. There's a lot of stakes coming out here on the execution. Really close to getting kills. Misses the flash, misses the Q. Okay. Go try underneath the tower.
All right, I don't think there's anything to be done here
help.
anymore.
Help. I don't know where we are. I'm scared. Okay. I think Karos is just
No, that's the problem. You need to stop thinking. While watching the LSC, you need to stop thinking, Opal. You need to stop.
There is some good play coming up. Don't get me wrong.
No,
but
yeah,
what were you going to say there?
But Sometimes you just have to enjoy the play for what it is and not think about.
Sometimes you gotta watch and you gotta be like,
okay.
it's like, oh, what game? What game that came out? Kingdom Hearts, where they recreated the Frozen song. At the end there, they're like, I don't know what it was, but wow. That is the summary of the start of this game. It's a little wacky. All right, let's take a moment to calm ourselves. Yeah. No vision coming out from the jungle. Still, Burst is looking to apply as much pressure as they possibly can on this Sejuani pick against a Jarvan. It looks like just going to clear out the scuttle. Things are coming out here. Red buff still a couple minutes away. See whether or not they want to push on in here. TNC's bot lane has been applying a lot of pressure. Still pretty even, though, as far as CS goes.
And here's the interesting thing as well. For myself personally, how I feel like is that in recent times it's actually, well,
level 6, but unfortunately the Scion's still too far away.
Yeah. Right. Where are we at? Something about vision?
Vision.
A lot of skirmishes here.
Skirmishes. Vision. Alistar. A lot of things.
So I've been casting C-Tour, LSTU, you know, the previous iterations for the past couple years now. This is what you gotta love about it, you know?
Oh, oh, are you serious? How is the Scion still alive? Akaros, please, end him. Finish him.
Please.
Finish him. You have flash. Finish him. Decides to back off. Should be able to get a turret plate there, though. So he's going to get some extra gold, and that does force the back from Zay. So going to lose out on some of these minions as they crash on in. Burst was also nearby, and we already see right on the timer for that blue buff. Comes on in, goes for the invade, looks cleared out. But Jarvan is making his way out. Here, 182, gonna peek around the corner, ends up putting down the control ward, goes on in, the blue goes on in favor of the Sejuani. Level 6 is also hit there by Burst. They could look for this play, ends up using it. Paddlestar connects, but it's still not enough damage here, a little bit too early for the Zoe chunks to come through. Burst able to continue up this pressure, even on a Sejuani.
Yeah, honestly, it is a little bit surprising to see the Hell Blades work so efficiently. Honestly, he managed to get the stun off onto the Jarvan quite quickly there. Unfortunately, the flag and drag on the Jarvan is able to disrupt a little bit of the tempo coming in from the Sejuani, which is a little bit awkward for him. So that might be a bit of an issue.
Here's Zaydream, gonna pick up the barrier. Have that available, but I think it's just gonna go ahead and back off. It doesn't feel good when you get barrier. Remember when Zoe first came out, you could get a teleport and like ignite right away?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, so I just have a free lane.
You get teleport, ignite, you get your redemption.
You got a couple proto belts here and there.
GLP for free. Oh my goodness. I'm glad that it's she doesn't get that stuff anymore.
It's a little bit. It's nicely weighted a little better. It's like Klepto when it first came out. See, Akaros coming around, sitting on a 6 CS lead. That minion wave's going to crush back toward them, so they'll be able to do it. Going to go on in, gets a nice quick trade on here, is able to stack that Conqueror very fast, gets some decent damage. Scion, though, able to trade back. Not able to pick it up there, and that's actually the that's the Thornmail component there.
Yeah, the Bramble Vest.
Yeah, the Bramble Vest.
Yeah, Bramble Vest plus Corrupting Pot actually gives a surprising amount of trade back damage for the Scion against the Riven here.
You auto me? I'm just going to hurt you. Passively. Nice jump here. Going to get the knock. Also using the ultimate coming around the side.
Nice.
Zay not able to find the ultimate to escape. And First Blood finally going to go down up toward the top side of the map as Burst is able to find it. Tonto going to land onto the Alistar. Gets the knock up. Alistar ultimate is out there, so he's able to soak up some of this damage. You do see now going to jump back on in. Killer Instinct going to try and get closer, and then the calling comes out. Able to clear out a little bit of the minion waves, but they're stuck in the middle of one. The Darks is not able to find anything. 1A2 comes up toward top lane, going to try and alleviate some of the pressure here coming out from TNC, but they should be able to get another turret plate.
Oh,
never
mind.
mind.
It.
Close, very close.
Very close. Should be able to find that again, and that should set the Riven at a point where she is able to trade against the Scion a little bit more effectively. Again, Scion has that unstoppable charge, which should be able to help him escape from a Riven 1v1 against an additional Sejuani that might be a little bit more difficult. Meanwhile, down the bot lane, actually a quite interesting trade coming in. The Galio is showing this early aggression, early damage that is so traditionally expected from Galio.
Time bar is here in the bush, looking for possibly play. Did have flash actually available. They could have maybe gone for that play onto the Lucian. Dre just looking to clear out the wave as they head up toward this Ocean Drake. They find themselves an opportunity with the pressure they've been able to exert in the lane. This Burst is looking to drag that one out of the pit. And this should be a free Elemental Drake to start things off here. 11 minutes, only 1 kill. What's going on, Brandon? What's my kill per minute? Feel like I was lied to.
This is not true LSD.
this is organized play.
Yeah, this is the slightly mutated version of the LST. Right,
where it's just slow for the first 10 minutes, and then everyone dies.
Exactly.
There you go.
You know, it's the growth spurt.
It's the growth spurt.
This is the growth spurt version of the LST. Usually the LST is a steady growth into like a 40 kill game. This is a little bit slow. We start off with 1 kill, and then we ramp up to 30 in like 10 minutes.
A little bit of a push here coming out. Take a look across the board as far as CS goes. Trying to hit the hundreds here. Just 4 CS difference in mid lane. We got ourselves a small one in the bot lane as well. Cutlass now finished off for Dre. Also has the Berserker Greaves available. I'm interested to see where Darks goes with this build for the Kaisa. Has the Rage, has the Pickaxe and the BF Sword, so maybe this is an Infinity Edge rush. We're coming over toward the side. Burst is nearby, lands the ultimate. They're going to follow that up with another stun. Oh, Wind Slash doesn't connect though. So close, the Scion should have died like 5 times.
Yeah, at this point, it's just kind of like, wow, this Scion is absolutely incredible.
He's undead, but he isn't like because he's like coming back from the dead. It's just because he just isn't dying in the first place.
How is he supposed to make use of his passive if he never dies?
Ooh, nice connection there. Good timing. You'll see here, Todd gonna go straight on top of the Lucian. Knockup falls on through. Winds of War not doing enough damage there. Cullen gonna gun down Drax in the bot lane. And the Alistar wants to come on over to TNC, starting to pick up the pace. Drowsy's gonna be there. They need to finish off the kill. Burst, though, just doesn't do enough damage. Finally will connect. Now coming on over toward the side. Proto Belt is available for the Zoe. Looks for the shot. Not going to find it, though, as Paddle Star is just too far away. And in the end, actually, they get themselves 3 kills because they trade for the Alistar in bot lane.
What an absolute cluster going on up in the top side.
How did say that?
How did the fight even get to that point? They went up to the top side. They had the Zoe, they had the Riven, they had the Sejuani up against the Scion, Jarvan, and Vladimir. Why was everybody collapsed around that tiny area? I get that there's a blue buff, but it doesn't make much sense to try and go for all that.
It's a weird day. It's a weird game we got on our hands. TNC, though, they see themselves up 4K. Let's take a look here. Okay, so they did know where Zay was. He got to safety. It was just a bit of a delayed fight.
Yeah, a little bit back and forth. The flash roll from Riven might actually have been a little bit of a mistake. I don't think that was necessary. I felt like they could have secured the kill regardless. So, you know, it is going to be a 2-2 trade ultimately. A little bit overextended from TNC, so I feel like they are the ones that lose out the most off of this. But it isn't going to be too bad. So far, lane is still quite even. A little bit of an lead for the Riven, but otherwise, across the board, looking pretty good for both sides.
Oh, so we got ourselves a Death's Dance Riven to start things off instead of the Black Cleaver that we usually see in most of the Rivens, or possibly Yumi's sometimes as well. A little bit of variation here. Getting that cooldown reduction, also going to get some healing from the passive because it will also stack on her abilities. You see here, 182, wanting to come on over. Nice flash away, going to be able to dodge from versus ultimate. Going to get the knock-up on 2. Going to block him down. Gets the wombo combo. Taunt's going to be there too. And they baited Akaros on the Riven.
Very nice move coming in from the Galio there, being able to find this grab onto the Riven, now moving and transitioning that over onto the Rift Herald. And this is something that MME are making full use of. I wasn't expecting their composition to be able to fully exploit this the way that they are, considering that the Riven should have been able to find a couple more kills onto the onto the Scion. If things had gone according to plan, this game should be much more into their favor.
Meanwhile, though, TNC were able to secure first tower gold onto their bot lane. And oh! Are you serious? Stole away the Rift Herald.
Come on!
Now they got to get it. That's the issue. Meanwhile, bot lane going to connect there with the knock-up, and Alistar's just going to tank. Cullen comes out. And this is just a feels bad moment. Burst is really trying to get to that Rift Herald. I think Kratos is going to be able to also get there as well. Someone go pick up the Rift Herald die, please.
Oh no, the TP!
All right, Rift Herald is going to be completed as they do go for this TP. Shutdown's going to come on through as they're able to find themselves the kill. TNC maybe a little too far forward. Drowsy's going to come out from the bubble. Able to find it as Akaros a little too far away. There we go, Extreme though, stealing away the Rift Herald. Nicely done.
An absolute misplay on the teleport from the Lucian there. I get the intention.
Yeah, that was Dre's teleport. I forgot he's running teleport.
Right? That was an absolute misplay coming in. I mean, there's no other way to cope that. He goes in, I mean, teleport can't be canceled anymore, man. You go in, you commit into 3 other people, he gets caught out, and he dies. I understand that the principle behind teleport is the same, but the usage of teleport between an ADC and a top laner are very different.
Good here, Akaro still looking to push in that lane. Only up 10 CS. Has died twice now, has 3 assists, 3 kills on to Burst. And TNC, they're going to look to try and prioritize the Dragons once again. It's going to be their second Ocean Drake. Get themselves a bit of regen. They'll be feeling pretty happy.
Got a pretty easy Dragon. Second Ocean Drag for themselves. They'll be able to find a bit of a siege onto a couple of these turrets onto the Scion lanes.
I'm interested to see here if Akaros decides to throw this down in the lane or look to rotate elsewhere. Looks like TNC are opting to maybe try and cheese the second tier tower in bot lane. We see this Riven. You see Akaros is already making his way down the minimap. They're already going to go for this lane swap. Alistar connects. A little bit of damage. The Vladimir, though. He'll just soak that back up.
Meanwhile, Riven pushes out in the bot side.
Hello.
Looking to try and get a catch
oh no. Flash on forward into the knockup. Gets caught out even in the flash animation. And the Cataclysm, the dunk comes on through. They'll find themselves the kill. Meanwhile, mid lane Hemoplague. It's popped and V-Dream's taking so much damage. Oh, are you serious?
The last auto attack.
That was so much damage that came out so fast. And oh no. Zay can't go anywhere, it seems. Meanwhile, bot lane, they do secure a tower, but they will lose one up and top, so it's a trade 1-for-1. TNC still sit about 1,500 gold ahead, but Imaz is still looking for this push here, and they got the minions to do so.
And the thing is, coming in with MME is that despite the fact that they're looking for these trades, they're coming up ahead.
Take a look here in this mid lane for this 1v1 again, because it was a very aggressive play coming out from Z-Dream. At this point, you feel like you should back off, but it's just like all that damage came out so fast.
Yeah, look at how low he gets.
Oh, he just got it. So they trade second tier towers on both sides of the map. I did want to say there was a double pickaxe in the inventory at Darks. Did finish the Infinity Edge though, so I was opting for the Infinity Edge. We were wondering where these Riven builds were going to end up going. Not Riven, Kai'Sa builds.
Right. Yeah, I mean, the Kai'Sa builds are a little bit more... Like, we saw the Stormrazor Kai'Sa build, but that was kind of...
it was lackluster.
Yeah, honestly speaking, despite the fact that ultimately the Kai'Sa did do damage, we can only wonder what would have happened if the Kai'Sa went for a more efficient build, honestly.
Rift Herald is going to stop here shortly, so Akaros has to use this. They have 5 members toward the mid lane. So they're deciding, hey, maybe we can pop this. Maybe we can try and make something happen. Burst is going to be the front line here. That tower will get taken down with this charge, so this will give a lot of pressure for TNC in the middle of the map. Shelly going to ram on in and wants to keep on going. He's going to get taken down, though, and get sent back to the void. Shuttle now going to be started up here by TNC. Burst be able to secure that. We got Baron coming up in a minute. And we're going to also have our third dragon of the game. So we take a quick look at the gold advantages. Majority of it on that Lucian, actually. Everything else is pretty widespread when it comes to the matchups here.
Right, and that's something that's a bit of an issue for the Riven, who wants to be ahead in the matchup right now. Riven generally has a pretty strong matchup when she has, or rather to say, she does more with every bit of gold advantage she has. The fact that she doesn't have much of a gold advantage at all is quite a bit of a problem for the Riven right now. So I'm looking forward to see if they are able to translate any of this gold lead onto the Riven, or if it's just going to be a constant funnel onto the Lucian, because Lucian, while he will be able to kite away and dish out some damage to the enemy team, there is going to be a limit, especially when the burst coming in from the Jarvan, coming in from the Galio, look to try and take him on entirely.
Just going to go ahead and clear the waves.
And it's easy. You have this Galio, Galio Jarvan delivery system. Jarvan EQs, Cataclysms in, and then you have the hero entrance slamming into a bunch of the enemy team. Easy setup coming in for MME. So really, right now, TNC need to have a little bit more creativity in the way that they want to approach team fights, because if they allow the Galio to make his entrance like that, it's going to be far too easy for them to lose out.
Things coming out here toward the Baron for TNC, possibly looking for it. Nice pickup here also for Dre. Now has the Essence Reaver completed. That's a nice little bit of a spike here for this Lucian. They want to go for something. Must have Loons now completed for Z-Dream. It's 21 minutes. People want to go. Sion's also going to get pretty tanky. Now has the Sunfire completed. Okay, so this is also a Mountain Drake being secured here by TNC. This will be the third one of the game. And then the common question of, are we going to be going long enough for an Elder Drake? They tried to go for a play here in mid. It was an easy sidestep, though. So Ultimate will be down. Pings, though, are starting to come out toward this Baron.
They're
going to start it.
From the Sion, and now they're looking to try and move on to this Baron, but they don't have the Mountain Drag. Instead, they use this time to try and bait out TNC. Now, will TNC make the play to toss the ultimate into the brush? Or will she walk into it and die?
They're going to go ahead and start up the Baron once again. They want to force TNC to have to make a play here. Akaros could teleport with the team for this fight. 7,600 health on to the Baron. See another Miracle Steal, or does MME actually secure it this time? They're starting to push their way on in. Baron down to 3,500. They get themselves a tier 2. Now the engage comes on through into a 3-man taunt, into a 3-man knockup, and now Karos is also going to join on in. Dre just leads into the charge on the Lucian. Double kill for the Zoe. Akaros looking to hunt down the remaining members. They do trade back, though. 2 members on the side of TNC. Vladimir still healthy, but get them off the rift, they say, because they clean house. That's a delayed quadra kill for Z-Dream.
That's a very strange play coming in from MME, moving in that position. You would think that TNC was supposed to lose that fight. They didn't have the Zoe in position. Zoe did not manage to join in. In fact, Riven was in that fight for a greater chunk of time than the Zoe was, which is absolutely just strange.
Let's take another look here at the Baron. Again, it was down to about 4,000 health. Once Akaros used that teleport, they make the call.
Look at Zoe right now. Zoe on the side fires off a couple of spells, but overall barely uses any at all. She's used 4 spells throughout the entire duration of this fight, and you can see how the likes of the Vladimir, how the likes of the Kai'Sa are performing so very differently from the Zoe currently. But Zoe stays alive, keeps herself healthy, and at this point is able to find the catch onto the opponents at the very end.
On top of that, too, we weren't seeing a lot of damage from the Zoe, but it was enough to pick up these kills. Now picking up 4 during that fight. Going to get themselves the finish Morello. On top of that, a needlessly large rod. Starting to look good here for TNC, because they did not secure the Baron at the end of that fight. Again, it was down to about 3,000 health. Neither team decided to try and pull off or try and finish it, rush it on the side of MME. TNC decided they wanted the kills more than they wanted the fight. In the end, they also got that bot lane tower on top of everything else, so they're feeling pretty confident. Gold lead has now expanded. It's about 5,000, 11-9 the kills, with 3 dragons on the board. TNC, it's how do they start flexing their muscles with this gold lead now. Do they try and bait around the Baron? Do they try and set up a trap? Or does MME have an opportunity to squeeze their way back here with a good fight?
It's difficult, but MME still have a chance to pull back in. If we take a look a little bit at the win conditions that MME has, they have very solid front lines. They have a very good form of engage in the form of the Scion, in the form of the Jarvan, followed up by the Grand entrance. And here we have it.
Hero's entrance coming on through, able to get away, but it won't be enough because he ends up just coming right back into the axe. And now TNC panic. They've lost their Zoe. What can they get? MME still diving here. That's going to be a knock-up coming on back. 182 is not able to finish off the kill, but the Kai'Sa is able to pick up their second kill of the game. Rage Blade also completed now. MME, they're able to fight back, but guess what? Down in top and down in bot lane. Both of their inhibitor towers are getting taken.
What? The Riven and Lucian both opt to go to the push. Fine inhibitor turrets for themselves.
MME are now panicking. They say, okay, we got to take a Baron. We got to do something to turn this one around.
And meanwhile, Alshar standing by the side. Lucian coming in over nearby as well. They should be able to find this Baron nonetheless.
None of this makes sense, Grandin.
All of this makes sense.
So they lose 2 inhibitor towers. They get they get a first-tier tower in mid. They get a kill. And then they get a Baron.
So how do you feel? At 10 minutes, we had 1 kill. And at 26, we have 22.
Still not a minute. It's not a kill per minute.
All right, we're getting there.
We're getting there. We're getting
there.
I was promised 2 kills per minute.
Oh. All right. Let's hope that these guys can hold up to that standard.
So we're going to have another Dragon joining us. Be the 4th one for TNC if they're able to secure it. They already got themselves 2 Ocean Drakes. And look of the draw. See what the next one they're dealing with here. It's going to be a 3rd. Honestly, that's not a... It helps them with mana costs if they're looking to siege.
Yeah.
But it doesn't help really with a lot of poke, because MME, they're looking for an all-in.
Exactly. It really does not make a very big difference at this point. TNC can get all 3 Ocean Drakes, but it doesn't help them very much because A, they've already taken almost every turret in the game. It now just comes down to the Nexus turrets and this like last mid lane inhibitor turret, and nobody's going to give you the Nexus turrets, no matter how much sieging you try and do. So you have this issue where now the only thing that is really good for is trying to siege up this last mid lane inhibitor turret. Every other instance, MME should be looking for the all-in because that is their win condition. That is how they get these fights. You get the Kai'Sa hit to the point where she can DPS, do what she needs to get done, along with the Vladimir, provide the frontline CC, and you're good to go. It's difficult. It's not as easy as it seems to be when you say it out loud, but it is doable.
We'll rotate back here as we see Black Cleaver now completed for the Lucian. 3 core items. Very nice for Dre. MME, though, going to keep up their push here in the mid lane. Rabadon's also completed here for Kripit. It's going to allow them to get some extra AP as well as that extra health on the Vladimir. With the Baron buff, MME are looking to siege here. They jump on top of Extremes, and they just crash on in. There's that all-in we're talking about. Kai'Sa jumping onto the back line as well. Nice triple knock-up to try and go for the disengage. The team has to back off here. Because look at bot lane. There's a Riven split pushing. They're going to trade inhibitor for inhibitor.
Neither team can ever find the last hit for the kill.
They stop the back on the Scion, and that should be enough, so they trade an inhibitor for an inhibitor. Akaros isn't even on the same planet right now. They're like, I'm taking this Nexus myself.
That shouldn't even have been the case. They should have been able to get those kills and then pushed mid and ended the game, but they just couldn't find the last hits, man.
Oh, close one. Akaros gonna go ahead, take the scuttle. Heads on back to base. Mid lane inhibitor exposed now for TNC, but for MME, their bot lane has been cut open. That is the main lane you want to take, actually, if you're going to be fighting over these Barons, because it forces Zay now to have to stay down toward that bot lane, keep clearing it out. Only team member on the team to have teleport. You can also see here, we do have a ward down there. No Nexus, though, that's exposed, so it wouldn't be a backdoor.
Right, now we have Riven heading up to the top side. Looking to try and shove out this wave to get that top lane
What
inhibitor.
is this Riven build? That's the Spear of Sojin as well.
Yeah.
This is an interesting one from Akaros. It's a pretty tank. I guess it's a little bit more of a tanky style build.
Yeah.
You get a little bit more. You're also your ultimate when used. You get that. I think it's Dragon's Fury off the Spear of Sojin.
Yeah. Get the refunds on your spells.
It's Ribbon though, so it's pretty easy to get those.
Yeah.
But a scary thing here for TNC they have to worry about is now there is a Guardian Angel completed on 182. So this Jarvan could just blindly dive into the back line.
We are 30 minutes into the game. 2 more minutes, a minute and a half until Dragon and Baron respawn. And we're just watching both teams push back and forth. This is an endless game of seesaw right now.
And remember, this is for the top of Group B. The team that is able to walk away with the victory here after this will go undefeated for tonight. The other team will drop to 1-1. And being 2-0 after day one is extremely important because that means you're 1/3 of the way through your round robin stage. You play 6 games in total, 2 games per team. And that's going to be Zay just having to back away. They have themselves 3 members down here.
Oh my goodness.
Is they just going to push for this?
This is a big siege coming down bot side. I'm not sure whether Sion has the power to stop this. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, they are looking to back off now.
They're trying to back off here. Riven's trying to interrupt it. TNC are not able to push any farther. They're having to go through the Vladimir, through a Sion that can look to push back the wave, and someone has to now deal with mid lane. It's also a bit scary here too, because now this Kai'Sa is starting to get into that extremely scary hyper carry mode, where you have that Runaan's completed. Basically, you use your supercharger, and you're just going to be critting. You got your Rage Blade popped as well. You're going to be close to that 2.5 attack speed during these fights. That Plasma does a chunk of damage on top of the crits too.
Yeah, and just getting an extra BF sword on top of that for the little bit of additional damage. And at this point, Kai'Sa should be dishing out enough damage to have her presence felt quite clearly. Now the issue comes, they need this reliable engage, and they've been finding multiple instances of good engage, but they can't follow up. They can't find the kill, man. Oppo, why can't anybody kill anybody this game?
It's the anomaly of tonight. Teams aren't able to kill each other.
The Sion will die no matter what.
Stepping off forward here, Akaros. It's starting to get a bit. That's a tanky boy on the Sion now. Thornmail completed, Righteous Glory. You got a Sunfire Cape as well. Having some difficulty. Also Ninja Tabby too. They're able to get the taunt here on the Alistar. Gonna be able to get safety. That's a teleport flank here coming out from Zay.
Wait, this is a little bit awkward.
Zay?
Needs to commit on this play. Come
they
on,
just
make
lost
the move.
teleport. Here's the issue now for MME. They have to deal with 2 split pushers that have teleport available. Lucian can teleport. Riven can teleport. Pings come out to the base. MME, they have to back off because of this bot lane being exposed.
And now Baron's going to get picked up. Pull the trigger. MME need to pull the trigger, stop hesitating, and look for this engage. And what is Jarvan doing standing on top of a ward, man?
TNC start up the Baron. They got the 1 Mountain Drake. Lucian can do a decent amount of damage himself. What does MME do? They see this going on here with the Redemption. Gonna come on in now. 2,000 toss-up. Who's gonna take it away? Guardian Angel is completed. It goes on over to the Sejuani, and they're able to escape with their lives. Cataclysm on through. Maybe a little too far forward. Kai'Sa gonna jump into the fray. But guess what? At the base, meanwhile, it's Akaros just taking the base at this point. Needs to finish off the turret, though, and they can't. TNC, though, are cleaning up house at the Baron, and MME, they just can't fight split. And they're even going to interrupt the back there, too. Burst is going to be able to stop this as well. Jarvan still hasn't backed off. The base has been saved by Zay, but they lost the Baron. They lost Kai'Sa during the process as well. Granted, it's messy from both teams. They don't know how to, it feels like they just don't know how to actually expose the other team's weakness when they see the opportunity.
I feel like that might have been true criticism a couple of splits ago, and when teams were a little bit less prepared and didn't really understand the game as well as they do now. But I feel like as we progressed and as we've invested more resources into the game currently, I feel like they know how to end. They just don't want to end.
They want to pad the stats.
KDA players, you know.
KDA players.
Absolutely. They are looking to make every single objective before they go for the end. I genuinely feel like they look at it and be like, all right, the only way to have a very nice ending to a game is if we clear out all the objectives, because then there's no way they can come back. So they go in with this mentality that I have to make it perfect. So they keep trying for this perfect fight, this big 5v5, this massive quadra kill, pentakill. You know, they go in with this idea that they have to find this in order to make the big win, but that's not necessary.
The other issue too now for MME is there's now 5 elemental drakes that have been secured by TNC, and Elder Dragon is now available when it spawns again. And that's a 5-stack true damage burn. You're not going to be able to outfight that at that point. Gold, sure. It's starting not to matter. You got a GA completed onto your Kaisa. GA is off cooldown for 182 on the Jarvan. Riven going to keep pushing this bot lane. Both inhibitors have returned to the teams. Someone's got to deal with this Riven. I think Darks is going to come on over here and try and do what they can. Jumps on over. Taunt's not going to land, though. Without that taunt, they have no way of locking her down. Karos, they going to keep up the pressure. Blue tower gets taken down in mid lane. Last remaining outer tower before the base was down here for MME.
At this point, MME have to look towards what they can do to try and win, and that's to stall out the game. It might be difficult for them to go and do so against the potentially strong Siege coming in, but we do see on the side, TNC, oh, they get the kill on the Burst. Burst
they can't stop this. Inhibitor's gonna go down. There's also Riven still in that bot lane. TNC, they're just playing with their food, it seems, when they can't decide when they want to finish. They take down both inhibitors, and now looking for the final one here in mid lane. 37 minutes, 13-13, but TNC, the influence that they have on the map has turned into a giant weight for MME.
Baron runs out, though.
Baron's out. That tower still survives. You have to protect this tower. This tower goes down, the game is pretty much done at that point. Drowsy's gonna land. Tower goes down to a sliver of health as TNC continue their push.
It's crazy how both sides are just holding it down on the MME base.
Gonna go on in. Galio's gonna follow on through. That's gonna be the stopwatch available. Gets the knockup. Zoe, though, there's still not enough damage onto the mid lane. Meanwhile, the tower's just gonna get taken on down. Akaros is on top of the Nexus right now, just looking to finish it off. Took down the Nexus tower, has to back off. And when MME looked to pull the trigger, they just look to sneak on in and try and take the Nexus.
But Ikaro doesn't manage to end the game, loses both of his summoner spells. What an absolute cluster. Come on, 38 minutes, guys. You can end the game.
Slowly but surely. Well, they're taking their time, it seems. Looks like we'll hit that 40-minute mark. But now you have 3 waves of super minions coming into your base against MME. All those inhibitors went down at the same time. If you can turtle for the next 5 minutes, there's a possibility. But the issue is Baron comes up in a minute. Elder Dragon will come up in a minute and a half. And I don't think they can hold the base.
Honestly, if they pick up if TNC pick up Elder Dragon with the open Nexus status, it's an easy push. You just walk up, fire a couple shots at the Nexus, it's game over.
TNC, just make sure they have no vision lying around. Would require a miracle, it seems. Sure, it's only a 4,000 gold lead. But at this point, TNC have full control of the map. MME cannot move outside their base. Things coming out for this Baron, 20 seconds. It will be started by TNC pretty much off spawn.
I mean, if we're talking Miracle Makers, what is MM if not Miracle Makers?
Gonna need a lot more than a miracle. Gonna need a couple of them.
As we wait for the next few seconds for the Baron to spawn up, a couple of players from MME position themselves to try to intercept and interrupt this Baron being picked up by TNC.
The start here. No one from MME even close to this Baron. It gets taken down. Immediately, TNC, they rotate on over. They know what their destiny is. Elder Dragon, and then finish this game.
Surely, the game cannot extend any longer than this, right?
Don't jinx it, Brandon.
Oh,
Don't
no.
jinx it, please.
40 minutes in, 26 kills in 40 minutes. There's not enough blood. Not enough blood in the waters, but it doesn't matter. TNC picked up this Elder Dragon with 5 stacks.
5 stacks. And honestly, just one auto. One ability. You even saw there, 182 actually flashed away. Meanwhile, over here, Karos maybe a little too far forward, able to avoid the Scion knockup. You still see it here, just rips apart the Kaisa, but it won't be enough. Meanwhile, though, the rest of the push is going to come on through. They're just going to go ahead and hammer away at the Nexus. And TNC, they can finish this game off. It'll finally be an end to the saga here. After 40 minutes, TNC go undefeated in day 1. Oh. 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 That was a long one.
A 40-minute game. Come on, guys. You knew. They knew they were done, but the Predators,
honestly, that game was done 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
It honestly was.
The Predators wouldn't let up. You know, they were playing with their food at that point. You know, they saw an opportunity to go in and be like, all right, this is a good time for us to try and test out and to practice our late game fighting.
I don't think you should be practicing late game fighting in competition like that. Because there wasn't really any late game fighting either. It wasn't massive team fights. It was just skirmishes here and there. And then there were split pushes. There were attempted base races.
Ooh.
Like, overall.
They wanted the base race. They
really wanted to base race. And then they realized, no, that's probably not a good idea, to be honest.
I mean, it still is I would say the first 10 minutes were actually very well played from both sides.
Yep.
First 10 minutes looked like a very solid game. Neither side really gave up too much. Scion managed to escape the clutches of death multiple times there, but even then...
Don't remind me. He should have been like 1-5 after lane, and he was like 1-1.
Yeah, but he only died once, and so the early game looked to be pretty solid. The mid game started to see things titter a little bit. A bunch of kills started appearing around the 26-minute mark, and then as we approached this hyper late game... Oh, well, I mean, it's hyper late game.
I don't even know if we call it hyper late game.
In our current meta.
In current meta, it's pretty late. Like a 40-minute game, that one goes for a little
So in our late game,
yeah.
we started seeing a couple of questionable plays and not the cleanest ending. And so I think that might be something that both teams want to work on. But even then, I want to give props to the early game and the way that they managed to play things out and the way they set things up. I respect the Ribbon pick. I'm not sure if that was the best fit for the team, but I respect the Ribbon pick.
You know, they attempted. They attempted, it seemed. But for you, Grandin, who's your MVP? Who actually deserves MVP if we think about it really quick?
This is tough. This is very tough. Okay, all right. So let's take a look. So Riven top. I don't think Riven deserves it. I feel like Riven didn't have the kind of impact that Riven needed. Okay.
Even with all the split pushing.
Even with all the split pushing,
okay.
I felt like J4 didn't.
Well, J4 wasn't on the team.
Oh, that's right.
Sejuani
was on the team. Yeah, that's right. Sejuani, I felt like was okay, but I need to go through the rest first and see if the team deserves. It's like at this point, I'm willing to take okay. I'll take okay. Mid lane, the Zoe. Actually, Zoe was pretty decent.
You know what? When in doubt, just give it to the support. When in doubt, give it to support.
The support. That was Alistar. Actually, yeah, I would give it to Alistar.
You give it to Alistar?
I would give it to Alistar.
Okay, there you go. When in doubt, give it to Alistar.
Second pick would be Zoe, but...
Second pick would be Zoe. We'll have to see, though, as we're tallying up our post-game stats and getting our MVP man of the match decided here by our team. And then that's the end of us for tonight, too.
Yeah, day 1 of the LST Spring Split.
It's already, starting to be over. See, like when we were looking for this for the last couple of weeks, you're like, oh yeah, we're gonna start casting League. Now it's like a day's already gone by, and it's like, oh,
that's literally a cast tomorrow, and you're casting tomorrow. It's in like 15 hours.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Actually, no. It's so like right now it's 11:30 local time here.
Right.
So we start our broadcast at 5, so I gotta be here at 3. So
15 hours.
15 hours.
15 hours.
I thought it would be 4 hours. So I gotta be here at 3:30. Yeah. Yeah. I think
3:30 p.m.
Yes.
So right now it's 12, right?
Yeah, no, 11:30.
Yeah, it's 11:30.
So there's 4 hours plus 12, so 16 hours.
Ow.
Boom. Math.
Quick math.
That's what we're doing over there. You can tell we're a little tired.
It's been a long night. It's been a bunch of games.
Fish
Honestly,
died. Poor Fish died.
Poor fish. Poor fish.
Make sure to give some love over to Fish at Maxi on Twitter there. He got a little bit of food poisoning, so he had to kind of scurry off. He had to go like.
He tried his best to stay around.
He tried. He really did. He was
really
a trooper. I think the issue was every time he tried to stay around, he would like sit down and be like, "Oh, I'm kind of okay."
Yeah.
And then he got up and he's like, "Nope,
He
nope,
gets comfortable.
nope." And he's like, "I'm
His
sitting back
stomach's
down.
okay for a bit, and then
I ain't doing it. No, that ain't my life. That ain't me, fam."
But it's alright. If he's not okay, I'm gonna be back with you on the desk. But if she should be fine by tomorrow, hopefully, and then you get to cast more League of Legends with the fish.
With the fish.
The fish.
The fish.
I mean, right in the sea tour. Perfect.
The sea tour in our boat.
I
I feel like we're gonna make a sketch and it's just gonna be like a canoe.
No, I feel like fish is a freshwater fish. I really don't feel like he's a saltwater fish.
See, I don't eat fish, so I couldn't tell you that. But what I can tell you is we got ourselves our post-game breakdown. We're looking at that 14-13 the kills. TNC, though, still take home the victory. And the big difference for me is look at that objective control when it came to the dragons. That's 6 dragons in total. Then 32,000 damage on the Zoe. I feel like the Riven should have did more damage, to be honest.
That's true. Yeah,
She only did 100 more damage than the Scion.
This is a little bit lacking from the Riven. But to be fair, Riven did spend a lot of time split pushing as opposed to actually fighting anybody.
True. We'll have to see here.
But more damage from the Galio than the top laners.
We won't talk about that. Of course, though, we got to cycle on over to our man of the match. See what our predictions were. In the end, it goes to the Zoe.
Okay. Yeah, so
I think our team is a little like too KDA focused or damage focused. I think we might have to have a good talk with that. But in the end, though, it's going to go on over to that's not Dre. That's not Dre. I know Dre's the AD carry. Anyway, of course, the mid lane for TNC is able to take home the MVP of the match. And like we mentioned, that was our last game for today. But of course, we have 6 more games tomorrow.
Ooh,
more
fun stuff.
Action from the Philippine National Qualifier as the teams try and fight their way to the National Minors. Only 1 team from each group. And for a reminder, like TNC, that was very big, that game. Both of these teams were undefeated in their last game.
Right.
They were able to come into this matchup. So TNC, they're going to be at the top of the group. Meanwhile, MAMS, they're going to be placing at 1-1. And let's take a look there. So LYB going to be sitting at the top. They are tied, though, with GHS for Group A. TNC is going to be second. It's going to be 2-0. And then ISC going 0-2, unfortunately. So they're at the top of the group all by themselves. Group C only played 1 game today apiece. And then Group D the same. So we're going to be seeing a lot more Group C, Group D action tomorrow.
And remember, if you guys want to check out any of the games that we didn't broadcast, we have the community cast on the same YouTube channel, so you guys can check that out and look for some of the matches if you guys are interested. As we take a look at tomorrow's matches, we have another 6 games.
Yeah, another 6 games. Like we mentioned, though, it's going to be a lot more of Group C and Group D action for MME. It's a very important match for them. If they lose that one, it really hurts their chances going into the second round robin. But yeah, be sure to come on by, guys. If you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube because it allows you guys to get notifications, and be sure to follow us over on Twitter too at FunPlusEsports. And of course, ourselves. You guys ever have questions, you can also ask the casters directly. Our handles are always come in from after break, so you guys can always just be like, hey, you know, what's your opinions on this? We'd love to hear from you.
Yep.
Either way, Brandon, I think for us, that is the end of our night, and we can start playing with cupcakes.
Look at how terrified that cupcake
It's a very
is.
terrified
Look,
cupcake.
It's so terrified of you.
It's not terrified of me.
Oh,
It's like permanently frozen in that state.
It absolutely is, Opal. This
Oh.
is this cupcake is terrified of you, and when we brought it in, it was thinking about you when you got frozen this way.
That's a little rude. A little rude. I'm gonna
right.
cry a little bit.
Our first time casting together, and I already started
And you're bullied.
and I'm already dissing you with the cupcake.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning on in. We'll see you guys tomorrow, and welcome again to the LST.